Hey everybody, my name is Boyce Fitzgerald and I do stock video. Well, I do stock video as a hobby to earn some income to pay for camera equipment. Today we're going to talk about what I sold in the month of August 2022. But most of all, we're really going to talk about one type of shot which I've seen sell more and more often. I guarantee that if you have this type of shot in your portfolio, you're going to sell it. Let's start. Okay, let's look at this, just the overall year so far. You can see that through August, the lowest month I had was 215 and the highest month was 733. This month of August was pretty good at 532. And when the subscription sales come in, that's usually between $60 and $150 a month. So this is going to go up to over $600. I'm confident of that. So let's look at what's sold, and I'm going to just tell you about one thing here. I won't keep you waiting. I'm going to do this a little shorter and faster this time, and that's establishing shots. I sold a lot of establishing shots this month, and I think that is really a good trend for stock video. If you look at the 50-something sales that I had for the month of August, 14 of them were establishing shots. 14. So let me show you what I mean by an establishing shot. First of all, what is an establishing shot? Well, let's look right here. An establishing shot is the first shot in a scene that provides an overview of the setting. It helps the audience orient themselves to and identify the time and or location in which the scene is occurring. So if you think about shows you've seen a lot, I like Seinfeld. So every time they're in the diner, first thing they do is they show an outside shot of the diner with cars going by. Or they show, if they're at the apartment, they show the brownstone from the street. That's an establishing shot. You see it in every show, every movie. It's a way that the audience orients themselves, and it's often something that people forget to do when they're out. And it's just a really easy way to get some sales. And let me show you, this is what I think of the establishing shots sold this month. This is one of the best examples right here. This is shot by Tristan Turner somewhere in Southern California, Tehachapi, what's the name of that town he goes to sometimes? Tehachapi, California, Night Cafe. This is pure Americana. This is the type of thing that people are going to want to put in a show, in a movie, you know, in their travel reel. It's got a car going by that creates some motion. It's at nighttime. That shows the time that it took place, and also at nighttime you see a lot of the you know, the neon signs and the kind of the vintage look that everyone knows when they are in the United States, that every small town has this type of place, and that's what makes this so good. I sold 14 establishing shots. I'll show you some other examples, and then later, maybe early next week, I'll do another type of shot that sold a lot this month. Here's another establishing shot. Aerials are a great way to do establishing shots. This is just a neighborhood in Las Vegas, or near the Las Vegas area. Whenever you do a shot like this, make sure you put in the location. I put in the street, the name of the suburb. This is the Las Vegas Valley, the name of this mountain range back here. A description, of course, of what type of house. Is it middle class? Is it, you know, suburban? Just all those types of things that you put in, but you definitely need to put in the location. People may be looking for an exact location. Here's another establishing shot. This one, by the way, that one was done by Michael Schneider. I just did the, this is one, please don't judge me on this. This is before I got into videography, and it's a Baghdad, scene of Baghdad from my balcony window at a hotel. I just whipped out a camera, my smartphone, and took a panorama. Again, this was years ago, long before I got into stock video, and I didn't know that I was going to be trying to sell this someday. Nevertheless, it sells regularly, probably because it's a unique location. This is one done by Yevgeny, who lives in, he's a Ukrainian, lives in Seoul, South Korea. And this is called the COEX Atrium Trade Tower. Of course, a lot of these are going to be editorial, by the way. But that's not going to hurt your sales, because the people buying them don't mind that it's editorial. This is one of where I live that I filmed. And this business park here is in the news all the time. Businesses, tech companies are moving in all the time. And that's a good establishing shot. I showed you the diner. You can do time lapses, could be establishing shots because they could show transition from one scene to the other. This is another one also done by Yevgeny in Seoul, South Korea, and you can see the Gangnam, you know, the style of dance that was made famous in South Korea. That's a statue there of that type of dance. You have this village in Nigeria that sells constantly. And there's that Baghdad clip sold again. And here's what, this is why anybody can do this. So this is just a main street in a town in, I think it was, I want to say Norway. I can't remember offhand. But at any rate, no matter where you live, there's going to be places. There's going to be Main Street. There's going to be historic part of town. There's going to be the new development part of town. There's going to be new subdivisions. And you need to name the streets, the location, and where you're at. If you do that, if you do these type of shots and add them to your library, your portfolio, you're gonna have sales. There's another one. This is done by Ariel Rosenbaum. He lives in California, and this is another type of establishing shot. Aerial shots make good establishing shots. So again, you need to put in, you know, in the case of this one, put in the name of this growth area, the name of the canal here, aqueduct or reservoir or whatever it is that is going on. And that it's very important that you add specific location. Establishing shots are a good way to get stock video sales. I encourage you to do them whenever you're out, whenever you see the opportunity. The best thing to do is use a tripod. Don't get 50 shots of the same thing. Do about 4. Do one static where you're set up with a tripod on the street. Do another one maybe where you're panning by. Do another one where you tilt up, maybe another one far away. Don't do a ton of them. You're just going to waste your time. Do 3 or 4 of that location and then move on. And I guarantee you're going to get sales if you do that. Good luck in your stock video sales. Have a nice day. Hope all is well with you. Oh, by the way, I just got to say, I'm up and walking again. This is the first, I've only been up and out of my cast and walking for a few days. It's going very slow, but at least I'm up and on my feet again and happy to be here. Thanks for your support and good luck.